Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing another nothing new, full face of nothing new, where I shop my stash for products that I haven't used for a little bit. I mean, some of these I may have used recently, but a lot of them I haven't used recently, especially the eye stuff. So if you would like to see how to do this makeup look or just get ready with me and see me use old products from my collection, just keep on watching and I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into this. Like I told you guys in the intro, I'm gonna be doing kind of like a shop my stash, get ready with me, or nothing new tutorial. So first I'm just going to moisturize my face with my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer and my sunscreen. So I'll link those two products down below if you're curious, you know, where you can get them, or if you just, you know, want to see what I'm using today, you can just check that out down below. And like I told you guys in my last tutorial or get ready with me, I told you guys, let me go ahead and put my moisturizer on. It'd probably be easier for me to talk once I do that. Okay, I'm trying to get my hair out of the way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize my lips just so they can be hydrated before I put on my lip product. And for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using a mix of these two palettes. This for mostly like my crease color and outer V and like brow bone highlight. And one of these colors like for my lid shade, because these are all like shimmery colors. This is the Profusion Metallics palette, and then this is my e.l.f. Opposites Attract. And I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. And I'm just using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. And I'm just gonna use my finger today to blend that all over my eyelids. And I'm just gonna zoom y'all in and start doing the eyes. And first I'm just gonna start out with the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. And first I'm gonna go in with this shade down here called Saucy. And I'm just blending that into my crease with my Morphe M513. But what I was trying to say a second ago whenever I was putting on my face moisturizers is that I told you guys that I'm going to LA next week for my cousin's wedding, and we're gonna be down there for like 5 days, and I'm trying to figure out like the makeup looks that I want to do and kind of like the palettes and the makeup that I want to take on the trip. So maybe this look that I'm coming up with today might be like one of my sort of everyday looks that I might wear like during the daytime when I want something a little bit more neutral. I'm going to be using this shade down here called Warm, and I'm just applying that with my Sigma E25 blending. But yeah, I've been getting all my outfits together, and I actually went shopping at Express last week. So I think once I get back from the trip, I might do like a spring summer clothing haul and just share with you guys what I picked up. Maybe give you some ideas of like some new summer outfits to pick up from Express. Or even if you didn't want to buy them from Express, maybe it would just give you some ideas for like inspiration of outfits, you know, that maybe you could buy something similar somewhere else. And then I'm just taking a little bit more of that Warm, and I'm just blending that into my crease a little more, like outer V area, with my Morphe M506. I feel like this eye over here is being more stubborn than my right one when it comes to blending. And then I'm going to take more of that Warm shade on my Wet n Wild small concealer brush, and I'm just going to pat that on this last part of my lid just to deepen that up, to make it darker. And then I'm just going to clean off my Sigma E25 with my Vera Mona color switch, just try to get most of that color off there. And then I'm going to get a little bit of the shade in Witty, and I'm just going to focus that in the crease. This is just going to add a little bit of depth. For my brow bone highlight, I'm actually going to use this Wet n Wild Single in Brulee. This is just like a matte, like light bone color, or like a cream, like a light cream shade. I'm going to go in with the shade right here called Tiger's Eye, and this is out of the Profusion Metallics palette. So just that shade right there. And I'm just packing that on my eyelid with my Sigma concealer brush. Okay, next I'm going to go in with one of these Q-tips from Almay. This is just one of their makeup remover sticks. You just break the little end off of it. Whoops. And then the makeup remover goes down into the bottom of the Q-tip. Like that. And then I'm just gonna clean up the edges of the eyeshadow and clean up any fallout before I do my foundation. And then I'm just gonna zoom y'all back out. And then I will come back and finish out my eyes, but first I wanna do my foundation. Sorry if my camera's all shaking. Every time I do my focus, like zoom in and out, it's like everything gets wobbly. Okay, and then I'm going to be using my Revlon Color Stay foundation today. I'm trying to figure out exactly what foundation I'm going to take with me on this trip. The Revlon Color Stay is one of my holy grail foundations, so I know I do like this, but I'm trying to decide if this is what I want to take, if I want to take something else. So I'm just going to do a couple of pumps of that on the back of my hand. And then just do a few dots of it. And then I'm gonna blend that out with my Wet n Wild Beauty Sponge. And I did dampen this off camera. And I will have listed down below, like I told you guys at the beginning, the shades of everything that I'm using, the brushes that I use to do my eyeshadow. So if you need to recall anything, or if I don't mention a shade on something, be sure to expand the description box so that you can see everything that I used today. And I also have links, so if you want to see what the products look like, or if you want to purchase anything, those links that I do have down below, they are affiliate links. So if you do click on them and purchase anything, I do get a small like commission off of it, but it's not a whole lot. But I did want to let you guys know that, just, you know, in case you didn't want to buy something from me, or maybe you do, so. But that just kind of helps me out, helps my channel out, and it helps you guys out, so. But today the weather is like kind of weird because it's been actually fairly warm, like in the upper 60s and even in the low 70s. And like today, I checked the temperature earlier. Sorry, I'm just bringing my mirror a little closer. I checked the weather this morning when I first got up, and it was gonna be like in the 50s was gonna be the high. But I checked it a little bit ago and it said that 60, it's supposed to get 60 today. So it's kind of a little cooler today, and it's overcast. It's kind of a gloomy day. So yeah, I don't know what's up with the weather, so that's why I'm wearing long sleeves again. And after I get done filming today, I'm gonna go meet a friend that I haven't seen in a while. She just moved back, and we're gonna hang out, get some lunch together. And then I'm just taking the flat side of this and then just blending some foundation over my nose. For my under eye concealer, I'm just going in with my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. This is another like product that is one of my holy grails, which I know I said that I wanted to film like a holy grail, like full face like of holy grail products, which I do want to film that soon. This isn't necessarily a full face of holy grails. I mean, I guess in some ways it kind of is, because so far all the products that I've used today are holy grail products for me. So I don't know, maybe this will be my holy grail product video. But I'm just blending out that concealer with my Wet n Wild makeup sponge. But I have so many like makeup products that are holy grail products for me in my collection. I mean, I've been doing tutorials here on YouTube since 2011, so I've really narrowed my collection down to like products that I absolutely love. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have some things in my collection that are newer that I'm still, you know, trying to figure out if they are products that are like absolute favorites that I want to keep in my collection. But for the most part, if it's something that I don't really like, I get rid of it and give it to someone else to use, because it's like, why keep something in my collection if I know I don't like it and I'm not going to use it? That is just my philosophy. It's like, I know I have a lot of makeup, but it's like, for me, I'm not just going to keep things in my collection just to be like, look at how ginormous my makeup collection is, because I really don't care about that at all. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I definitely would not have this amount of makeup. But it's like, since I get some things sent to me, and you know, since I'm always buying stuff to test it out for you guys, and you know, I am curious about some things, but I feel like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I definitely would not have the amount of makeup that I do have. And then I'm just gonna try to clean this up. I feel like my eyeshadow got over a little far right there on that side. But that's why you should never feel bad if you see other like beauty YouTubers like always having like new makeup and all that whole thing. Like, you shouldn't feel like you need to keep up with them or like keeping up with the Joneses. I mean, I know that there are YouTubers out there that's kind of like their thing, like they just want to have the latest and greatest stuff. But I feel like for the most part, most of the people, at least that I watch, they either just get the makeup sent to them, so you know, they're getting a ton of makeup. You know, sometimes they'll even give it away if they know like right off the bat it's not going to be something that they're going to use, you know, like they'll donate it. You know, so it's like just kind of part of the business to be getting new makeup or buying new makeup and testing it out. I don't feel like the average person, I mean, unless you have a disposable income and you absolutely love makeup and want to buy new stuff all the time, you shouldn't feel like it's something that you need to do or something that like you should do to bring yourself joy. I don't know. Like, my mom always had this saying, I'm just using my Becca under eye setting powder, that things don't make you happy. Like, they do for a while, but after a while, like, the newness fades. Just using my Real Technique setting brush to set this under eye concealer, and I'm just using just the smallest amount of the setting powder. But you know, you shouldn't let objects be the center of your happiness, because objects can be gone in a moment. Like, your house could catch fire and everything that you have could be completely burnt up. And yeah, I mean, I would be upset if I lost all my makeup, but it wouldn't be like the end of the world. I wouldn't feel like I was worthless because I didn't have my makeup. I don't know. Like, that's not my thing. Like, I find value in people and relationships and things like that. So yeah, but I know everyone's different. Okay, so I'm going to do my brows now, and I don't know, like, I feel like I always use the same brow stuff. I mean, I have a few different things. I guess today I'm just going to use this Milani brow gel stuff just to switch it up. And I'm just using my Anastasia, whatever, brow brush in number 12. And I'm just gonna shape my brows out a little bit. But if I have enough time today, which I probably won't, yeah, I'm probably not gonna have time today, but I want to finally film that video on my advice for starting a YouTube channel, or my advice to starting a YouTube channel. I'm not for sure exactly what I'm gonna title it, but I like sat down one day and like put all of the things that I wanted to say to you guys like down on paper. And I feel like once I did that, it made it not seem so overwhelming, because I think just trying to remember things like off the top of my head that I wanted to tell you guys was just like too much for me to try to remember. And then to set my brows in place, I'm just using my Essence Make Me Brow. But yeah, I feel like once I did that, it was like, it didn't feel so overwhelming. I mean, a lot of times when I film my videos, I mean, I'm just saying stuff as it comes to mind, not really, you know, sitting down and like really writing out what I'm gonna say. I mean, sometimes if it's a specific video and there's points that I want to tell you guys, like when I did Whole30 or something like that, I might sit down and like kind of get a list together. But like my everyday filming, I don't really do that. I felt like I got too much of that in my brows. It was like a clump of brow gel. And I'm just gonna get a little bit of smooth on a Q-tip actually. And I'm just gonna kind of smudge this just a little bit here on this outer corner on the lower lash line. And I'm gonna zoom y'all in. I'm gonna do my liner. And for my liner, I'm just using my Physicians Formula Eye Booster Pen in Ultra Black. You could also use the brown liner, the deep brown. That would also be pretty with this eyeshadow. Then I'm just gonna get some of Genuine on my Morphe M213. Make sure you tap this off really well because since this is a black eyeshadow, you don't want it to fall on your face. I just want to just kind of deepen this out where it meets with the liner. Then for my inner corner highlight, I'm just going in with some more Brulee and just brushing that here. Mainly just want to put that there to kind of clean things up. Okay, then I'll do my mascara at the end, but I'm gonna zoom back out again. And hopefully you guys are not getting sick of this bronzer, but I've been so in love with this. My Milani Silky Matte in Sunkissed. And I'm just gonna put that in the areas where my face would naturally get bronzed by the sun. And I'm just using my Morphe M530 brush at first, and then I'll go in with my Morphe R2. But yeah, like I told you guys earlier, I'm going to have lunch with my friend and we're gonna go to a Japanese restaurant and get some sushi. So I'm really looking forward to it. I absolutely love sushi. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to catch up and just to see her because it's been, I don't know, it's probably been at least 2 years since or maybe like, no, it's probably been at least 2 years or a year and a half since I've seen her. So definitely looking forward to it. Then I'm just going in with the R2 by Morphe and just blending that bronzer up around my hairline. For my blush, this is another Holy Grail product, and I think this is the blush that I'm going to take with me on my trip just because it's my favorite blush and it literally goes with any makeup look that you do. Natural looks, dramatic looks, like it never looks like, it always looks great. So I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks. And I don't know if I said the color of this blush, but this is the Wet n Wild Rosé Champagne. Then for my highlight, I know for sure I'm going to take my Laura Mercier highlights in her Matte Radiance Baked Highlighter in Highlight 01. I know I'm for sure taking this on the trip because this is probably my all-time favorite highlight. At least it has been lately. So I'm not going to use that because I know I'm going to take that. So I'm debating on another highlight I'm going to take. I want to take a gold one, I think, for my other highlight. And I know I absolutely love the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. So it's been a minute since I've used this, but I want to try this out today to see if this is something I want to take with me on my trip. So I'm just applying this with a dampened sponge, and this is just one of the many Real Techniques makeup sponges. This is also a really good sponge to use to blend out concealer. But I do like to apply this highlight with a dampened sponge because I find that it blends into the skin better and doesn't look as like chunky or whatever. And I might actually go back over this a little bit with my blush just so it kind of blends more and kind of gives me more of like a lip from within look whenever I do it that way. I keep forgetting, but I want to start to apply my blush after I do my highlight just to help things blend better. But I mean, look at that highlight. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. I mean, I know that this highlight and the Laura Mercier one, I know they're not cheap, but they'll last you forever, and they're definitely worth it if you love a good intense highlight that's gonna last you all day long and just look beautiful. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit on my nose, not too much. And then I'm just gonna go back with whatever was left on my blush brush and just lightly go over my cheeks. Then for my setting spray, I'm just gonna be using my Urban Decay All Nighter today. And then once that dries, I'll go in and do my mascara, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna use for my lips today. Okay, and then I'm just gonna curl my lashes up with my Tarte eyelash curler and apply my mascara. And I'm just gonna be using my Flower Beauty, the Warrior mascara, Lash Warrior mascara. I thought it was called something more than just Warrior mascara, which I have been absolutely loving this mascara. It's so good. It's like my Maybelline Lash Sensational, but I don't know. In some ways, I'm almost liking this even better than my Maybelline Lash Sensational. So if you are looking for a new mascara to try out and you love the Maybelline Lash Sensational, I think you would absolutely love this Flower Beauty Warrior Lash mascara. And then for my lips, I think I'm gonna do something that's gonna last for a little bit just because we will be eating and everything. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna use this. This is an old favorite. If you have been watching me since last year around this time, this was like becoming my new favorite like liquid lipstick. This is from the Queen collection from CoverGirl, and this is one of their major shades in the color Insider, which I'm not for sure if they even make their Queen collection anymore, but I absolutely love this color. And then a lot of times what I do with this lipstick is I'll wear it matte for a little bit, and then once it gets to feeling a little drying on my lips, then I'll just go over top of it with this gloss, which this is the Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker in the shade Bare Enough. And I feel like this color pairs so nice over top of this. And I still find that once it's topped with the gloss, it still lasts for a decent amount of time. So that's just like my tip with this liquid lipstick if you do have it. So yeah, I hope that you guys did enjoy this little get ready with me using, like, doing a shot mustache using Nothing New. Sorry, my nose is itching. If you do enjoy this style of video, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up by liking it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And make sure you turn on your notifications by hitting that little bell next to like where it says subscribe on my channel. That way you will know as soon as I post a new video. But I hope that you guys guys are having a great week. I hope that you guys have a great and blessed day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.